So in this video, I wanted to touch on a little something that I've actually been seeing a lot of other videos about for a little bit. So back at the beginning of the year at CES, we started seeing things creep up about computers that basically had cell phone processors in them. Now, for a while, we've had some computer manufacturers that have had cell phone modems in them. Particularly, I think Lenovo was one of the biggest ones, which makes sense considering their core business IT enterprise market would definitely benefit from something like that. But we're actually seeing a growing number of devices running Microsoft Windows on what are essentially Android processors, the Qualcomm Snapdragon series, particularly the 835. Now, this brings about an interesting query. What is the benefit of having one of these always connected computers over just your cell phone? Because your cell phone really is a computer. I've said this before, and I'll continue to say it. Your cell phone is a computer. So you have to wonder, what is the benefit? The only benefit that I could see is to save your battery and save wear on the device, which are both very, very good things. But are they worth an extra several $100s over the standard Wi-Fi equivalent device? Because a lot of people were hoping to, when this first started, to have a major price drop on these devices. And apparently we haven't gotten that yet. I can tell you that I myself am actually looking at the possibility of one of these always connected devices, particularly in the form of the iPad Pro 11-inch. And the reason for that is because of the maintenance-free experience, the ability to turn on and off the data whenever I see fit, and also not having to deal with the shortcomings at the moment of Windows on the ARM platform. Namely, basically, depending on what you're doing, if it's anything outside of Microsoft's own suite of applications, the experience is just blah. You know, the experience is just bad. Now, that's certainly going to change over time, I'm sure. But you have to wonder, if you have your phone, and particularly when it comes to the iPad and the iPhone, I am literally able to switch on my mobile hotspot, and within about maybe 10 seconds, the iPad connects seamlessly to the iPhone. I don't have to do anything, and I'm online. It doesn't even say connected to such and such hotspot. It's almost like how shall I say this? A wireless Ethernet, I suppose, is how it feels. But it does make me wonder, because these devices are continuing to creep up. I think HP's got one. Asus has one, but for $800, I just don't see the need for it. Now, a lot of these devices are promising this 24-hour battery life. Now, for those of you who cannot see and grew up with devices like the Braille and Speak, the Braille Note, the PackMate, the other devices like that, we're already used to the 24-hour battery life. So for the sighted world, this is something new. But at the same time, again, I do wonder whether or not it's worth it. At the moment, I'm in a bit of a quandary because I use my iPad Pro in class, and I use my phone as the hotspot when needed. Well, unfortunately, there's really no way for me to charge the iPhone, so I have to be very careful with the battery, mainly because my battery bank has decided it no longer wants to take a charge. Go figure. But the new iPad Pro has the ability to charge the iPhone. So, I mean, it's $799 for the Wi-Fi only, or $949 for the Wi-Fi plus LTE. versus $7.99 for the Wi-Fi only plus a USB to Lightning cable for a couple of bucks, and just plug in the iPhone to keep the charge up and utilize that. So it's interesting to me. I'm seeing these always connected PCs come on, and again, like I said, we've had the technology for a good while. Excuse me, but I wonder about it, you know, because we do have the mobile hotspot capability on our phones. And again, I do see a positive. Definitely see a positive in terms of limiting the drain on your phone. You know, not having to worry necessarily about the battery. You could extend the life of your device. But is it worth the extra $200 premium, especially at the moment when you have these Windows devices that really are just an experiment, you know? It makes me wonder. But I wanted to create this short video and ask what you guys think. What do you think of these always-on connected PCs? Thank you for watching. Comments are welcome, and have a nice day.